and delegates. I am Dr. Shambhavi KR, DNB resident from Sri Satya Sai Institute of Higher Medical Sciences, Whitefield, Bengaluru. Today I am going to present a rare case of fatal coronary artery disease in a 4-year-old child. Master JR, 4-year-old male, resident of West Bengal. He presented with history of dyspnea on exertion, functional class 2 since 6 months and palpitations in 6 months with no significant family history. On examination, there were multiple xanthomas at his elbows, wrists, knees, and buttocks, and there was presence of corneal arcus lipidosis. Cardiac examination revealed pansystolic murmur of grade 3/6 at apex. ECG was suggestive of left ventricular and left atrial enlargement. Chest X-ray was suggestive of LV type of apex with grade 1 pulmonary venous hypertension. Echocardiography on parasternal short axis view showed globally hypokinetic LV with LVEF of 40%. Apical 4-chamber and 2-chamber showed severe mitral regurgitation with left atrial and left ventricular enlargement. Patient was already on atorvastatin 20 mg and ezetimibe 10 mg for about 2 months prior to this lipid profile, and his LDL cholesterol was 553 mg per deciliter. Total cholesterol was 688 mg per deciliter. On further evaluation of the parents, both father and mother did not have xanthomas or arcus on examination. Father's lipid profile was normal. Mother lipid profile revealed that her total cholesterol was 426 mg per deciliter and LDL was 361 mg per deciliter. According to Dutch criteria, mother was also diagnosed to have definitive familial hypercholesterolemia. In view of left ventricular dysfunction and severe mitral regurgitation, coronary angiogram was. In LAO-cranial view, there was ostial LMCA 50% stenosis, ostial LCX 60% stenosis. RAO caudal view showed osteoproximal LAD 70% stenosis and ostial LCX 60% stenosis. Right system injection showed RCA arising anomalously with high origin with ostium showing 80% stenosis. Descending iodogram showed diffuse narrowing from the thoracic level up to aorta-iliac bifurcation with maximum narrowing of 50% just below the celiac artery origin and a pressure gradient of 30 mmHg. And there was no evidence of supravalvular aortic stenosis. Considering these coronary lesions and LV dysfunction, CABG was planned, but it was temporarily deferred by the CTVS team. Based on consensus statement of European Atherosclerosis Society, the target goals of LDL cholesterol in heterozygous and homozygous familial hypercholesterolemia for children is less than 135 mg per deciliter. The child was already on atorvastatin and ezetimibe, and there was need of further reduction of LDL cholesterol. The options left with us were LDL apheresis and PCSK9 inhibitors, but these two have not been studied much in pediatric age group. Hauser RCT trial was a 24-week randomized double-blinded placebo-controlled trial in children aged 10 to 17 years who were on lipid-lowering therapy for at least 4 weeks before screening and LDL cholesterol of more than 130 mg per deciliter and triglycerides less than 400 mg per deciliter. They were randomly assigned in 2:1 ratio to receive monthly subcutaneous injection of evolocumab 420 mg subcutaneously. In evolocumab arm, for 24 weeks, there was 40 to 45% reduction in the LDL cholesterol levels, and this drug was proven to be safe with minor adverse reaction, and only one patient developed serious adverse reaction, which was found to be cholelithiasis and was not related to drug. Odyssey Kids trial is a phase 2 ongoing trial where alirocumab has been tried in children between 8 to 17 years of age, and in this it has been shown that alirocumab was generally well tolerated at all doses in this age group. Evolocumab was used in children less than 10 years in a case report where two children, one aged 3 years and one aged 2.5 years, were given evolocumab of 420 milligrams subcutaneously monthly, and it was well tolerated with no adverse reaction with 30% reduction in the LDL cholesterol. Based on phase 2 clinical trials and case reports and Hauser RCT trial, based on which evolocumab has been approved by FDA in children more than 10 years of age. Evolocumab 140 milligrams subcutaneous was given to our patient, but he developed vesicular rash all over the 14 days, but it is deferred for about a month in view of skin lesions. After 1 month of first dose of Evolocumab, there was more than 50% reduction in LDL cholesterol levels. He was awaiting CABG and received the second dose after 6 weeks. 3 days after second dose, patient had severe chest pain and abdomen pain and suffered fatal cardiac arrest at home. Patients with homozygous hypercholesterolemia develop clinical cardiovascular disease considerably earlier than heterozygous patients. Earliest symptoms appearing during second decade of life. We found very few published cases of fatal coronary vascular disease resulting from FH before age 10. Management of homozygous familial hypercholesterolemia is challenging at this age, with only very few anecdotal reports of LDL apheresis being evaluated, and efficacy of PCSK9 inhibitor is still under evaluation. And both PCI and CABG are difficult treatment options as well, considering the aggressive nature of the disease in this population. Good afternoon, respected chairpersons and delegates.